Grenada has just received its second shipment of e-book devices. These are expected to promote quality e-learning and overall education deliverables in schools.
This week happens to be a very important week as it relates to our e-learning agenda. As you know, some time ago we indicated that we did have a delay in terms of the shipment of our first set of devices for secondary schools. Quite obviously, the international travel issues have compounded that, and we are so very happy that this week we have been able to take out of the airport or shipments of devices. So we had the first shipment that arrived in June, towards the end of June, and then we have the second shipment that arrived early in July. So actually 2 shipments came in thus far. There's one more shipment to complete 100% for secondary school, and we expect that in the week coming. So that would basically put us as 100% secondary schools.
That was Education Minister Honorable Emmalin Pierre. Annette Moore has the details.
The arrival of the second batch of e-books brings the Ministry of Education up to the 65% mark of what consists of more than 10,000 e-books designated for use by secondary school students.
We wanted to put all the systems in place before we brought them here at the ministry. So what we are doing now is going through that process of checking every single device, thousands of them. And that process is important based on the contract that we have with the company. So we have to declare if there's anything that was damaged during shipment.
IT officer in the Ministry of Education, Kade De Coteau, explained the preparation process that is already in progress.
The first step after receiving the devices will be the inspection stage, which is in process now. This is where the devices, each device, are physically inspected for damages or defects. This involves unpacking the boxes, physically examining each device, ensuring that each component comes with the device, repacking the devices in a secure area.
After this comes the configuration stage.
In this stage, in the configuration stage, we're going to turn on the device, we're going to register the device for the user, as well as with those software for managing and monitoring the devices from the Ministry of Education end. Installing apps on the device. We're also going to install what is called, configure policies on the device. Then we're going to repack the device again and store them in a secure area. This is a longer process than the inspection phase.
De Coteau says this will require more manpower to be completed.
Once we arrive at the distribution stage, we will inform the public how we are going to proceed with the distribution of the devices. The devices, however, will be distributed per school.
De Coteau says training is a critical component in ensuring proper use of the devices.
Training has to be done at all levels. So we will have junior champions and senior champions, e-learning champions, that is, who will assist in the configuration of devices, but they must be trained before that happens, as well as training after distribution to use the device and supporting the whole e-learning initiatives with the devices.
Minister Pierre expressed thanks to the team at the ministry who have made the week's proceedings of collecting, loading, offloading, packing, itemizing and inspection of the e-books possible in a short space of time.
We have a massive team working very hard, and I want to specially recognize and commend that team.
The e-book devices are soon expected to be in the hands of secondary school students.
The objective is that by the start of the new school term, school year, in September, students should have their devices. We do not want to rush this. We want to ensure that whatever we do it right, and we get optimum benefit from this process.
The Education Minister also gave an update on the availability of e-books for primary school students.
The primary schools, remember when we indicated we were going to provide tablets, it was just for secondary schools. Later on we came back and we said that we found some additional resources and we are hitting the primary schools one time. So we are still working on that, and we anticipate that sometime in August, we are working towards the end of August to have all the primary school devices here as well.
For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.